So, hello everybody, and welcome back. In this chapter, we trek through the Annapurna region on our way to the magnificent Annapurna Basecamp. The journey to Annapurna Basecamp begins with clouds, dust, and dreams, a walk into silence, sky, and the heart of the Himalayas.
Annapurna Basecamp सबैजना सूर्योदयको प्रतीक्षामा.
The trek itself starts simply enough. You can catch a short 30-minute flight from Kathmandu to Pokhara, or take a tourist bus or jeep through winding highways and hills. Pokhara, the gateway to the Himalayas, is where every adventure seems to begin. From there, a jeep ride leads towards several trailheads. I rode up to a small village called Jinu and crossed a long suspension bridge that swayed gently above the river towards Chomrong, the true beginning of my mountain journey. It was a steep climb, stairs winding endlessly up and down through the lush green hills, with glimpses of snow-capped peaks flashing between clouds. The trail felt alive, every turn offering a new frame of the Himalayas, every bend echoing with footsteps and laughter of fellow trekkers passing by. Greetings were exchanged in a dozen accents, all carried by the same breath of mountain air. From Chomrong, the trail descends sharply to the Chomrong Kola and then climbs again through bamboo forests towards Sinua. Beyond Sinua, the air turns cooler as the path winds through dense rhododendron and bamboo groves toward Bamboo and Dovan, small clusters of tea houses nestled by the river. The landscape unfolded like a painting, layered slopes draped in mist, terraces carved by time, and the distant glimmer of white summits watching silently from above. Tea houses stood along the trails like quiet sanctuaries, offering warm food, soft smiles, and the comfort of human kindness. Shrines, stupas, and monasteries appeared suddenly along the path, small whispers of faith blending into the rhythm of the mountains. Cascades poured down from unseen heights, their echoes following the path like music. Waterfalls, one after another, spilled into valleys, weaving silver threads through the deep green hills. Rivers roared below, carving stories into stone, their sound becoming part of the trek's heartbeat. The journey carried on, past more tea houses, more trails, more faces and moments, each step pulling me deeper into the quiet magic of the Annapurna range. At several points, caves carved into the stony mountainsides offered brief refuges. Trekkers paused along the route to catch their breath, sip water, and exchange greetings, a gentle chorus of Namaste, Namaste, flowing from one traveler to the next as everyone passed by. The trek continues to Himalaya, where the landscape grows steeper and the valley narrows, echoing with the sound of waterfalls. A gradual ascent leads to Durale, perched high with sweeping views of the cliffs and the Modi River below. From there, the terrain opens toward Majesty Basecamp, where the sacred fishtail peak rises dramatically before you, a breathtaking prelude to Annapurna Basecamp itself. I continued along the trail, winding through steep rocky slopes, narrow ridges, and crossing wooden bridges with more suspension bridges awaiting ahead. The flow of trekkers thinned as the path ventured deeper into the mountains, and the air grew crisp and thin. Tea houses along the way offered warm garlic soup, hearty meals, and cozy rooms, simple havens to rest and gather strength for the journey ahead. The trail ahead was dotted with patches of snow, and at times water cascaded across the path. Trekkers donned raincoats and pressed onward, each careful step revealing a journey that was nothing short of majestic. A landscape so breathtaking, it felt utterly dreamlike. As I reached Majesty Base Camp, the world seemed to widen and fall silent at once. The great fishtail peak, Majesty, stood before me, sharp and sacred, glowing under the pale afternoon light. Prayer flags fluttered in the cold breeze, and the air carried the scent of snow and stone. Around me, trekkers huddled near tea houses, sipping tea, sharing quiet smiles, the kind born from exhaustion and awe.
हिमालको काखमा छ सानो मेरो गाउँ पर्वत की छोरी हुमा पार्वती हो नाउ पार्वती हो नाउ.
From MBC, the trail to Annapurna Basecamp unfolded like a dream, a slow climb through alpine meadows dusted with frost. The wind grew colder, the mountains drew closer, and every step felt lighter, as if the earth itself was lifting me upward. Ahead, a ring of snow peaks circled the horizon, the Annapurna Sanctuary, waiting to reveal its heart. From Majesty Base Camp, the trail to Annapurna Base Camp feels less like a climb and more like a pilgrimage. Each step through alpine meadows, past glacial streams and prayer flags fluttering in the wind, carries a quiet reverence. The mountains rise like silent guardians, their peaks touching the sky, reminding trekkers of life's impermanence and the vastness beyond. With every breath, every careful step, the journey becomes a meditation, a dialogue between the soul and the eternal Himalayas. And then, at last, Annapurna Basecamp. The world opened in white silence. Peaks circled like guardians of the sky, their summits burning gold beneath the sun. Prayer flags fluttered in frozen air as clouds drifted across eternity. I stood there, breathless, weightless, utterly alive. At the base camp, time felt suspended. The air was thin, crisp, and filled with the quiet hum of existence itself. Around me, trekkers stood in awe, their faces glowing in the morning light that spilled across the snowfields. Annapurna One towered above, vast, eternal, untamed. The fluttering of prayer flags echoed the rhythm of my heartbeat, and the mountains glowed in shades of silver and gold. There were no words, only the deep silence of being, the kind that humbles and heals. Standing there, surrounded by giants, I felt both infinitesimal and infinite, a single breath in the heart of the Himalayas.
अन्नपूर्णको बेस क्याम्पमा सबैजना सूर्योदयको प्रतीक्षामा
अहिले त्यहाँ हामी सट्टापट्टा गर्न सक्छौँ फोटो चल्यो सर दुईटै चल्यो
As the base camp journey was over, I walked up to the small stupa, lighting candles that flickered softly against the cold wind. I turned the prayer wheels slowly, each spin carrying a silent wish into the mountains. In that stillness, I prayed for peace, for the world, and for every wandering soul within it.